Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. So, just a cold day here in Bangalore, and life's been going on lately. I've been having a lot of work around, but here we are with another video. So, today's topic will be about the frequently asked questions by many students who are gonna join graduate school, okay, or BE Tech. So I have gone through some of the questions which they post on internet and some questions which I feel I'm well experienced enough to answer them. So this video will be for those people and I'll be answering those particular questions on this video. With that said, let's get into the video. Okay, so here goes the first question. How to choose a good college? So what I know is that if you're choosing a good college, then you have to choose it in a way which offers you the good amount of exposure for the technical aspects mainly, and apart from that you also need some cultural recreational activities also. So this college must be able to give a good amount of exposure to all these activities, and it should not just be this college falls within my budget, so I'll be applying for this college, or this college has good number of events like fest, college fest going on, so I'll join it for that reason. Uh, please don't, please don't do it that way. I speak about this question because I myself have experienced this in my college days also. So uh, there is subjects in the curriculum, okay, but then we do not have the right set of lecturers to teach it. We are always short staffed. Second of all, there are not enough set of activities planned for the students along with the industry personnel. Third thing is, I would say there is a lack of project-based learning, which plays a very good role. Okay, especially when companies see that of you have worked on projects and you have acquired your learnings through your projects, then they are more likely to trust you, to trust on what capabilities you bring to the company. Okay, not just the companies but also the customers. Say if you are looking from a startup perspective. And third of all, the fourth point which I don't like is the type of company which you get in the colleges. Not all, but majority of the people here are what do you say? Not of the progressive mindset. They they claim they want to do big in life, but then they do not have the actions to back up their words. Uh, yeah, I would like to call them the go with the flow people. And you might have heard this from many successful CEOs or founders. For example, Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Google, he once said in an interview that the amount of success which you get in life is predominantly uh, because of the type of people you surround yourself with. So, if you are able to get a college, or basically, if you are able to get the environment wherein you have uh, good lecturers in the self, they are they have vast amount of knowledge, they know what they're teaching. Second of all, if you are surrounding yourself with a good amount of a good number of friends, these friends who are progressive mindset, they stand up to their words, and they're always thinking of what's the next big thing that's going to happen. And if you're able to get this kind of group around you, no matter what kind of a person you are, you'll be influenced for the better. Okay, and if you're influenced for the better, then you'll be able to make use of the network around you to get into certain positions in life which many people can even just they just dream of. And that is why I think choosing a good college, a college that will give you the right amount of exposure, uh, with the people who know what they're talking about, who know what they teach, is an better investment. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's costly also. It has to be a good college. Even if it's expensive, doesn't matter. Take a loan, do it, because after the 4 years or 5 years of your learning, the return of investment what you get from this investment will be much more valuable. Next question is, any advice for first years who are joining? So whenever you join a new environment, right, you have this unfair advantage of, or this cheat code of completely turning around people's perspective about you. Okay, so to begin with, people don't even know what you're capable of. Okay, when you first meet them, right? They don't know whether you are an active or a passive guy. They don't know if you speak well. They don't know if you are technically competent or not. They don't know if you study well or if you are simply just pass guy. Okay, this is the kind of scenario you'll be looking at in the first few weeks of your college. But you can use this up to your advantage also. So no matter what kind of past you had, okay, in your 11th and 12th, you may have been terrible at studies, you may have not been very good at speaking. When you go to this new environment, when you are in this new graduate school, meeting up with all these new faces, you can portray your best self in front of them. And when you portray your best self in front of them, you are reinforcing the idea to them that this guy this guy is an active guy. This guy is very good at talking to people. This guy is very good at presenting himself. Okay, and like they say, first impression is the best impression. The type of faces you'll meet, okay, in the new college, these will be the people who will be the visionary leaders. Okay, like they'll be the next CEOs. They might be the next artists, the next creators. Okay, so being in the first week of college, I think that's where you'll get to interact with them the most. Probably develop a familiarity with them. If you're lucky enough, some will even remember you and provide you with unfair advantages which many people don't get. And this is particularly true if you combine with what I said for the first question, getting a good college, because that's where you'll find these kind of people. So next question is about, there are so many course options to choose from. So what should I choose? When you are choosing any course, it should not just be about your interests, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's not guaranteed that the type of skills you put forward will be paid well enough. So when you choose a course, look for a course which 4 or 5 years down the line will give you a good return of investment. Once again, your educational expenses is not a liability, it is an investment. And this is a very important decision in life, because 20, it decides, what the next 20 years of your life will look like. And that is why it is very crucial, I would say. And if I'm talking specifically about the course, right? So here's how I would do it, okay? How I did it. So first thing is I did a market research. I made a list of what are skills I want to learn, and what are my interests at that point of time. Then I was like, what kind of courses match with my interests. I check that out. If these courses will teach me the particular skills, then whether these skills are in demand, like what kind of companies can I expect to hire me, what kind of pay scale I can expect, okay, and whether the demand for these particular skills will be there 4 or 5 years down the line after I graduate, okay, because obviously by the time I graduated the skill is not in demand, then what was the point of me putting so much effort, 4 years of effort? So yeah, make sure you get your market research done. Check whether the skills are in demand. Not now, 4 or 5 years down the line. Okay, that is, even if it's not now, it's not a big deal. 4 or 5 years down the line, when you graduate, it should be okay, and it should be providing with you providing you with a good enough pay scale that complements the amount of you know expenses you have put forward for your education. Now, the evergreen question. Okay, so which is, what skills will be in demand in 2026? Funny how that question keeps coming up every year. I mean, I'm not gonna blame anyone, but yeah. So based on what I have researched, based on websites like Emeritus and Upgrad, I have come to know that skills like AML, cloud computing, digital analytics, data analytics, digital marketing. So uh, yeah, and also I think cloud computing. Yeah, cloud computing was also there. So basically, cloud computing, data analytics, digital marketing, and AML. So these are skills which will be in high demand, and these are skills which will have a good pay also. Uh, there's good pay for these particular for individuals with these particular skill sets. Okay, but you have to be the best at what you do. Okay, because just like you, there'll be another 50,000, 60,000 graduates coming out every year. I'm not sure about numbers. I'm just putting out numbers here. But yeah, there'll be a hell lot of people out there who will be trying who will try to apply for the same job role as you are going to apply. So if you don't have some edge, okay, like maybe you did an additional 2 3 courses, online courses, or maybe you worked on some projects. So if you do not have some that particular edge, then it'll be very difficult for you to get the job. So be the best at what you do. Another thing which can help you get into this good paying jobs would be a good communicator. Every kind of skill, okay, no matter it is technical or non-technical, will require collaboration at some point. And if you're not willing to cooperate, if you're like, no, I like to work alone, I like to be to myself when I work, it makes you unfavorable, because companies are built by a group of people, not by an individual alone. So you'll have to know how to work with people. So make sure that when you are preparing for these skills, be the best. Okay, not good, be the best at what you do. Basically, be technically very proficient. At the same time, uh, learn how to convey what you have learned, or learn how to communicate well with the rest of the team. Okay, so that will make you a key team player, and that is a very sought after skill in the industry. As HRs will be particularly interested in you once they know that you have that skill. And one final question which I would like to talk about today is: will topping my exams help me get a good job? No, no. Sorry to let you know. No matter how good you are at studying, um, if you are not technically competent, if you are not able to put it into practical use, then it's of no use. So, of course, it's not bad that you are putting so much effort into your studies. Very commendable. Hats off to you. Uh, but it's more like, if you have uh, I got first rank certificate, or if you are good at studies, you can put up those certificates as a merit. Okay, you can tell them that, see, I have so ranks, and that makes me eligible to be in a room with certain people. Okay, you can say that. But when it comes to work, okay, uh, when it comes to making some project happen, if you're not able to put whatever you have learned into practical use, uh, you are basically, it's just like, saying that I did 4 years of engineering, and I don't I don't know how to express it in any project now. Doesn't make sense. I know. But yeah, so if you're good at studies, very very well, but make sure that you're also able to understand the practical implementations of what you learn. Try project based learning. Try online courses just for studies, but yeah, project based learnings are more important. um, and even if you're not good at study, it's fine. Okay, at the end of the day, HRs will not look at how much you have scored and stuff. Okay, or anyone. Okay, you're a customer. Okay, if you're thinking of from the startup point of perspective also, your end customer will not look at what kind of score he has, or what uh, college he has studied from. That will not matter to them. What matters to them is whether you are capable of getting the work done or not. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say over here. And that's it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you think I've missed any question which I should have addressed in this particular video, then please let me know in the comments. If you have any more questions, also put them down in the comments. If I can, I'll answer it to my best. But if some of you think that you know the answer to that question very well, then please do answer it out. Before I let you guys go, I want to let you know that you deciding to show up is more important than you deciding to be a perfect guy and then showing up. Okay, no matter at what stage of life you are in, show up. Okay, doesn't matter if it's perfect or imperfect. Show up, please. That's it. Bye. Take care.